Fertilization.
Where does that say that in the Bible?
There are many places that hints to it. Like,
Give me
it talks about God knitting me together in my mother's womb.
That's appropriate, and I think you should go somewhere else.
Sorry?
I also think your parents maybe should have got an abortion.
You think my parents should have murdered me?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
This is wrong.
That's really offensive thing to say.
That is offensive.
How's this offensive?
That is insanely offensive.
It's logical, don't you
Have
think?
you ever been pregnant?
No.
Have you been pregnant by someone?
Do you think I can
who raped
become
you?
pregnant?
Have you ever raped someone and made them pregnant?
No, I haven't.
No, okay.
I think that's horrible too.
Yeah, okay.
That should be
so
illegal.
You're not allowed.
And that should be
This
punished.
is disgusting.
How's this
should not be
disgusting?
allowed.
I'm talking about forgiveness.
Forgiveness?
Yeah.
Abortion is murder.
Yeah, but forgiveness for murder is offered in Jesus Christ.
Okay, so we follow Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
We can't have an abortion.
No.
No.
Yes.
So,
Because abortion is murder.
oh, okay, but I can be forgiven for it.
Yes.
Okay. That's totally fucked up.
Why?
Why should I need to be forgiven for something I've done to my own body?
That's not your body.
It is.
That's a body inside your body.
I've got a 7-week-old at home, and I am
Great.
pro-abortion.
Do you think it's okay to kill that 7-week-old?
I think it's wrong to press your views in a public opinion like this. And not
Isn't that what
think
you're doing
about
to me?
how- No, because I'm.
You're pressing your views on me.
One-on-one to you. I'm not telling everybody to walk past that you've murdered someone.
I'm not saying that everyone's murdered someone.
Where is this said in the Bible?
You know, there's also a passage, I think it's Exodus 24. Hey, you just asked me a question. Can I answer? Yeah, in Exodus 24, I think it is, there is a case law given. Because the Ten Commandments are given in Exodus chapter 20. And then the following 4 chapters give case laws which apply the Ten Commandments. You know how a case law works, right? So there's different cases in which, these laws might be applied. Exodus 20.
Have you ever had sex?
Yes, I'm married. See?
How old were you when you got married?
It was 2 years ago.
And how old are you now?
25.
25. He's a baby. He got married so he could have sex.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I got married so I can start a family.
And have sex.
There's many reasons. I enjoy sex with my wife. Yes.
Given on breath to life.
Yeah.
Does that not then indicate that life would then start at first breath?
No.
What do you mean?
Because in Hebrew and Greek, the word breath and spirit,
Your parents
all
could have
that.
got an abortion and then they could have gone to church and been forgiven for it.
Yes, but because they're Christians, they believe that's evil, and who wants to do evil things?
Evil thing. What happens
Do you think
if
murder's
the
evil?
baby has
Do you
a
think murder's-
deformity that's going to give it absolutely zero quality of life?
Do you think that we should kill people that have deformities?
If they have zero quality of life, it's not killing
Really?
a person.
Aren't they people?
Well, I had a friend who was going to have a child, right?
Yeah.
Who had about this much brain.
Like, my cousin has Down syndrome. Do you reckon we should kill him?
Down syndrome people live full and...
Oh, great. Then who are you talking about?
I'm talking about people who have major disabilities.
Like what?
So, like
You don't think-
deformity, for example.
Sure.
That means that all that they would do their whole life, from birth till death, it would be a short, painful life, is lay there in a vegetative state.
Sure. Do you not think they have the right to life?
I don't think it's about having a right to life.
Well, you
It's
said we
about
can murder
having a
them.
right to a quality of life. Do you think they have a quality of life?
I think they have the right to life. Whether or not, like,
Shouldn't it be a
no matter what
quality?
that quality is.
So if you, for example, were in a situation where, look, I'm never going to change your mind, right? So I'm not even going to argue it. But what I am
Sure.
saying is, you standing here like this is really insensitive to a whole bunch of people. And I
Sure.
think you need to
Killing
think
these
about-
people is insensitive to
Listen,
them.
You need to think about your Christian values,
Yeah.
right? And that's about making people feel good.
No, it's not.
It's about
Do you think
building
Jesus made people
community.
feel good?
It's about building
Do you think Jesus made people feel
treating
good?
people with respect.
Are you trying to tell me what my religion says?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
You're trying to tell me. that
Have
I
you
should
read
get an
the Bible?
abortion.
Have you read the Bible?
Pardon?
Have you read the Bible?
You had an abortion.
No. I'm just saying it's evil.
Evil. I think
Do you think murder's evil?
What
Have you
about-
ever murdered anyone?
Okay, what about...
Same logic. It's terrible. Come on.
Okay, what about the priest who was a pedophile to my uncle?
Punish him. Punish him.
Punish him. But
Yeah.
God will just forgive him, so he can do it again next week.
It doesn't mean it's not a crime.
But
Doesn't mean it's not evil. I'm saying that we should treat this as a crime.
And I'm saying
because it's murder.
what you're doing is really inconsiderate to people
But I've
who
got the right
had
to do it.
have an abortion for medical reasons, especially.
That's very few people.
No, it's not. It's more than you think.
We have statistics on that if you like.
Statistics that you got from your Christian pamphlets.
Do you think these are statistics from Christian
Yeah, I
pamphlets?
do.
No,
I
actually, this is a medical journal.
I think anything you give me is probably in a Christian eye.
This is from a medical journal.
And
mate.
how much did this cost? Sorry?
Excuse me, can you please step off my property?
I'm not on anything.
You're
Am I
stepping-
on something?
You're on my property.
Am I on something?
Do you want to damage my property?
Yeah, I do.
We can call the cops for that because it's
Am I
destruction
on
of private
something?
property.
It looks like rubbish to me. It's on the ground.
It's destruction
It's
of private
rubbish,
property.
isn't it? It's
Please
on
step
the
off. Please step off.
Are you touching me?
Are you touching my property?
I'm not touching. My foot's on the ground. I've got
Sorry, I'm actually
no
trying to get this
contact.
way. You're obstructing. You're obstructing my path. Can you please move? Can you please move?
I love coffee, don't you?
You want to give me a hand?
Huh?
You're actually on camera.
That's okay.
Oh, destroying private property.
So you're recording me without my permission as well?
It's
That's
actually a public
lovely.
place. We're allowed to do it.
Really?
Yeah?
Yeah, it's on campus. It's rubbish, actually.
Yeah, I'm allowed on campus. You know that.
Yeah, it's pretty hateful.
You have plenty of ideas around here. Many of them are hateful. Like being able to murder people. Being able to murder people. Do you think that's hateful? Why do you hate babies?
I don't hate babies.
Yeah, you do. You're happy with killing these ones.
I'm a 7-week-old.
Do
you know who I don't
you think
hate?
that baby has the right to life?
I don't hate women.
Does
who
your
make
7-week-old have the right to life?
Yeah, I don't hate women who have to make hard decisions.
Yeah, you know why it's a hard decision? Because it's a life that they're putting to death. They're making the hard decision to murder their children.
Why should you be in charge of my body?
I'm not in charge of your body.
This is crying to me.
This is a body in your body. It's a separate human being.
My body. If it is, it's only that physical.
Get an abortion! Kill a Christian! Get an abortion!
That's incitement to violence. You know that's a crime, right?
Really doesn't even support the true ideals behind Christianity.
Do you know what the true ideals behind Christianity are?
What would you say that
To convince. Jesus said that the Holy Spirit came to convict the world of sin and righteousness and judgment.
I also. What does that look like?
All mankind are sinners. This is the gospel. All men sin and fall short of the glory of God.
So how many
We are all condemned before God in ourselves. But Christ offers forgiveness, having taken the penalty for our sin upon himself, upon the cross, and raised from the dead. He offers life to all those who trust in him.
So Jesus is you don't say silly things.
Then why was he crucified? Yeah, why was he crucified? He made a lot of people mad because because he told them that they were sinners.
Immaculate conception as well. Hey, yeah. I just think it is so embarrassing. It's so
How is it embarrassing?
because you just
I'm on the side of the guy that rose from the dead. Like,
So am I. I love The Walking Dead. It's so fucking good.
love their neighbours. Love thy neighbour.
this is my neighbor.
What is loving about this?
This is my neighbor.
Your neighbour.
Yeah. My neighbor that's being murdered. Yeah.
What if some random person was telling you what you should do to your body? Would you not?
Not my body. You keep saying that, but it's not.
It's not your body. You don't even have a stake in this argument.
I do have a stake in this argument
Why?
because I'm paying for it through my tax dollars.
Sorry, with tax dollars.
Yeah.
Your tax.
You're forcing me.
Actually, do you know most tax dollars? So my partner just had to pay quite a significant tax bill, and about 20% of that actually went to the armed forces.
Great.
Great.
Yeah.
You know what the armed forces do?
Protect our country.
They murder people.
No,
okay,
it's not murder.
It's not murder.
You know the difference. Okay, how do you define murder? How do you define murder?
Genocide has never happened.
How do you define murder? Sorry? The,
And it's not a person.
is a person.
Oh, you can't just say yes.
Okay.
Genocide has never happened.
Is that a claim?
So you're saying armies have never committed murder? People in an armed force haven't committed murder?
No, of course they have, but that's not their job.
Their pure thing is to protect the country.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. But that's
Killing in war isn't classed as murder.
Pardon?
Killing in war is not classed as murder.
So genocide isn't murder. So what happened to the Jews wasn't murder.
That was murder because it wasn't done in war. There was no war. Sorry, which Jews? Which Jews are you talking about?
Funny how there's rules to exceptions.
No, there's just definitions.
Rules.
There's definitions. But there's definitions for murder.
Yeah.
And killing in war is not classed as murder per se. But that's not the point.
Killing in war isn't murder. What is it?
It's killing. It's
not murder.
It's not technically.
And what happened to the Jews?
When?
Right?
Which Jews?
In the war in World War II. So that's
Yeah, that was genocide.
What about the genocide?
That was genocide.
The Yugoslavian war in the 90s.
Sure.
Do you think that's murder, or do you think that they were defending their country?
I don't know much about that case.
Yeah.
So, like, if it was murder, like, it was murder, sure. But, like, what's the point? What point are you trying to make?
The point is that to every rule there's an exception, right?
There's just definitions.
Abortion would be one, for example.
So, you're agreeing that this is a person that they're killing?
That one there looks about maybe 16 weeks, right?
Yeah?
Yeah? I think what is the date for abortion? I think it's like 21.
We're actually allowed to kill them up until birth if you have 2 doctors sign off. In New South Wales, you don't need 2 doctors sign off before 24 weeks.
24. So yeah, okay. So after 24, like the main reason you would get an abortion is to save the life of the mother.
No, not really.
Yeah.
People will still get it for convenience sake after 24.
Sorry, can you just say that again? People still get abortions because of what sake?
Multiple reasons. Convenience could be one of them.
Convenience sake.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Not because abortion in itself.
Because it's convenient.
No, people get abortions because raising children can be inconvenient for them.
Oh, really? That's
Yes.
why people get abortions.
It's one of the reasons.
Raise a child.
It's one of the reasons.
Medical reason then.
Yeah, like less than 5%. Go for it.
It's not.
It is.
That's just false.
Would you be happy to outlaw all other abortions that aren't for the life of the mother? Why not?
Because
Like, why are you bringing up this argument?
This is the majority.
It's the minority. It's the vast minority.
You are incorrect.
I'm not incorrect on
Do you
that.
know anyone that's had an abortion?
Yes.
What have they said to you about it?
Like, what precise details do you want?
So, what did they say to you? How did they feel about it?
Oh, they were rejoicing in it. They were glorying in it just like you are.
No, if I was to accidentally have a child, accidentally get pregnant, I would be doing nothing but a disservice to that child by giving birth to it, because I cannot afford to raise a child.
Can't you take responsibility for your actions?
And it deserves.
If you did the thing to create the child, shouldn't you take responsibility for your own actions?
The Shire or the North Shore?
Western Sydney, mate.
Western Sydney. Oh, yeah. What part?
Tungabi.
Tungabi.
Yeah.
This is what you turned out like.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But again, why are you against it for medical reasons as well?
If there is the case that the life of the mother is at risk,
Yes.
in those cases, I would suggest performing like a double life-saving mission. You want to save both children. I know, I'm saying don't try and kill the baby. I'm saying try save it.
What if it is certain the mother will die if that baby or that the fetus is rude. Like she needs to get it. She can't go through with birth.
So there's a couple of different cases like that.
It's very
But typically that happens later on. Like we can save 20-week-old children. Well, we have even at 20 weeks, children that have been emergency C-sected out of there, they've been saved and continue developing normally.
Those cases of those babies,
If you can't save it,
when
do
they
your
are
best.
born, they then usually have underdeveloped lungs,
Yep.
brain problems,
Do what you can. Provide a medical assistance.
What quality of life would that child then grow up to have?
Does it matter? Is it worth killing them? Does it change whether or not they have the right to life or not?
You're saying your tax dollars pay for abortions. How do you feel about your tax dollars paying for the disability sector? And the care of these people whose parents don't want to care for them?
Yeah, look, I think in those cases, I don't think that's really the government's responsibility, but now we're getting to politics, right? I'm for a small government. I think private and community care and charities should help with that.
And you grew up in Toongabbie.
Yeah.
And you're super Christian.
Yeah. Consistently.
Did you go to a public school?
Yeah.
What the hell? What? Were you dropped on your head as a
No, I went to a selective school actually.
selective school? Oh, wow. That's like...
So lacking intelligence is not something that you can really accuse me of.
Pardon? Maybe lack of human awareness, maybe emotional
Plenty of that.
intelligence.
Got plenty of that.
You lack?
Did you care for these ones?
Pardon?
Do you have any sympathy for the babies?
That's a picture on a cord that was on the ground moments ago. That I consider rubbish.
I have so much.
Sure, what's it a picture of?
Probably like a 16-week-old baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think we should be able to kill them?
Yeah.
For any reason?
Yeah. I genuinely.
What about 20 week?
Pardon?
What about 20 weeks?
Yeah, why not?
What about 28?
That doesn't happen at 28.
Yes, it does. It does happen at 28 weeks.
Because the majority of that is because
Yeah.
the mother will die.
No, it's not.
And are you saying that this child...
The majority is not 28 weeks, I'll say that. But it still happens.
Those that happen later term are for medical reasons. And then are you saying that this life to be, this person to be, is more important and has more of a right to live than someone who is already alive?
They have the equal right to life.
Not.
On what basis?
Because that is not how the world works. We have no right,
You know how
no right to life.
there's no right to life. Really?
It just occurs.
And so why is it illegal to murder someone?
Because that has already existed and already.
But they have no right to life.
This one here is a bigger idiot. She does that abortion side too.
She does. Is this your wife? Is this your wife?
That's not my wife, no.
I think that it's scary that you people are here trying to impose such a hateful view onto me, onto these people around us, that you are enforcing a one religion upon a very multiple cultural society. And I don't think that that's indicative of what my university stands for, and I hate to see it on campus.
So you don't think any view really should be...
I don't think one that is based on hate. And
It's not based on hate.
It's based on hate.
You keep saying that.
Propaganda as well.
It is used to oppress.
Isn't that what you're saying? You're trying to say that it's not a life.
It's used to oppress women.
Not trying to oppress women.
My body.
Do you reckon you should take responsibility for your actions?
Of course I do.
Okay, good.
You are
So, if you create a human being, don't kill them.
Jesus will forgive you for being a punk.
This is not what Jesus.
Yeah, it was. Jesus stood for the right to life. He went further.
Went further. It's just really weird.
Yeah, it is. It is weird.
I just think
That's why I'm trying to figure out what happened.
Actually, like, it's what Christians have always believed.
What happened to you as a child?
I was loved and raised. Yeah. What happened to you? Like,
Nothing bad happened.
did you think it was fine for your parents to kill you in the womb?
I wouldn't have known. I wish
Yeah, but would it have been okay? Would it have been okay?
There's been times where I wish.
Yeah, but the things are only good or bad depending on whether or not you think they are?
That's my dad always told me I was found on a head of beer. I wish they had to use the condom sometimes.
I just think that this is very
I
weird.
think that's really sad.
Yeah, you are really sad.
Yeah, I'm sad that you think that it would. You wish that you weren't
Is your wife
alive.
at home with the kids?
Huh?
Is your wife at home with the kids?
Not at the moment.
No, where is she?
She's out doing stuff.
Now doing stuff with the kids?
We don't have kids at the
Why
moment.
aren't the kids here? You don't have kids yet. But they got married to have kids. You haven't had kids yet.
Have you had sex yet?
I'm still studying.
That's actually not. That's not my.
I study and I have a child.
Good for you.
You know, I'm my child.
What does your husband do?
My child is being looked after by my dad.
Good.
His dad. He's not my husband.
Good on him.
I'm not married. Should I go to church and get forgiven for that as well?
Probably.
Why? But do you not think that what you were doing must be immoral because so many people are coming up to you and saying that this makes me feel uncomfortable?
We have a lot.
And the police have been called multiple times.
Oh, the police are fine with us doing this.
No, they're not. They're fine.
Well, they just came and then they left.
Yes, because on a legality, on a technicality, they're not on campus.
Yeah.
I just think that's so manipulative.
It's not manipulative. We're here to talk to people.
I think it's so cowardly because you know that you can't do it on campus.
I already went on campus. Walked right through campus.
You walk on campus, but now you are technically on public property, and so now you can't be removed. And it's just so cowardly.
How's it cowardly? It's strategic.
There you go. It's opportunistic, and you were just.
Yeah, because we're trying to spread the word about an evil and injustice that's done.
Inform your friend. So all parties must give consent for a recording to be considered legal.
Not in public
This law
public
has
areas.
important implications. So this doesn't matter if it's public or not. You're breaking the law recording you don't have consent.
You don't need to be on camera. You can leave.